running late today. Hey, Krishna. Yeah, I'm waiting. Okay, okay. Take your time. Give me here your book. I'll help you. Krishna, Krishna. Give me. So on the top you have the numbers. Right? Okay. Ready everybody? So please repeat after me. त्रिभिर्गुणामयैर्भवेर् त्रिभिर्गुणामयैर्भवेर् एभिः सर्वम् इदं जगत् इभिः सर्वम् इदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मोहितं नाभिजानाति मम एभ्यः परम् अव्ययम् माम एभ्यः परम् अव्ययम्. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. So we'll do 14 as well, and then we'll read part of 14. Okay. So please repeat after me. This is very important verse. Many of you may know this. Devi yesha gunai Devi yesha gunamai Mama maya duratyaya Mama maya duratyaya Mama eva ye prapandyate Mama eva ye prapadyante Mayam etam tarantite Mayam etam tarantite. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. This divine energy of mine, consisting of three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Okay, so we'll just try to connect with previous verse, and then purport of 14 we will read. So if you remember the previous verses, we understood that Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is source of everything and essence of everything. If you remember last time we saw examples of water, taste of water is Krishna, in the light Krishna is there. So all these examples were given to make us understand the essence is also Krishna. Now then, if Krishna is everywhere, if Krishna is the essence and source of everything, then why Krishna is not visible to us? Right? Next natural question will be that. Why he is not visible? Why Lord is not visible to us? And these two verses are giving that answer. Right? So let's read the purport of verse 14. So who wants to read first? Okay, Ishan. Give him mic. It's on.
Part of his energies and are therefore divine, and due to the contact with material energy, their original superior power is covered. Being thus uncovered by material energy, one cannot possibly overcome its influence. As previously stated, both the material and spiritual natures, being emanations for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, are eternal. The living entities belong to the eternal superior nature of the Lord, but due to contamination by the inferior nature and matter, their illusion is so eternal.
Also eternal. Now we'll ask next person to read. Krishiv.
The
conditioned soul.
The conditioned soul is therefore called Nitya Baddha or internally conditioned. No one can trace out the history of his becoming conditioned. At a certain date in material history, consequently, his release from the
clutches of
even though that material nature is an inferior energy, because material energy is ultimately conducted by the supreme will, which the living entity cannot overcome. Inferior material nature is defined as divine nature due to its divine connection and movement by the divine will, being conducted by divine will, material energy nature, although inferior, acts so wonderfully in the construction and destruction of
cosmic manifestation. Okay, we'll ask next person. Yeah, I will give you also.
The Vedas confirm that as follows: Mayam tu praktim vidyam mayam.
To Maheshwaram.
Although illusion is false or temporary, the background of Maya is the supreme magician, the personality of Godhead who is Maheshwara, the supreme controller.
Shvetashvatara Upanishad 4.10. Okay.
Another meaning of guna is rope. It is to be understood that the conditioned soul is tightly tied by the ropes of illusion. A man bound by the hands and feet cannot free himself. He must be helped by a person who is unbound, because the bound cannot help the bound. The rescuer must be liberated. Therefore, only Lord Krishna or his bona fide representatives, the spiritual master, can release the conditioned soul. Without superior help, one cannot be freed from the bondage of material nature. Devotional service to Krishna consciousness can help one gain such relief.
So we'll ask next person. What is your name? Vrishini? Varshini. Okay. Nice, Varshini. So you know where we are? Okay, we will find. You start. will find. Here. Here. See this one? Got it? Hold it. Now Krishna being
Krishna, being the Lord of the illusory energy, can order this insurmountable energy to release the conditioned soul. He orders this release out of his causeless mercy on the surrendered soul and out of his paternal affection for the living.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so thank you, kids. Very nice. So now there will be more questions. So okay, Haribol, concentrate then, right? So we did text 13 and 14. So what exactly it is telling? Why we are not able to see Krishna? Why we are not able to see Lord? Because the modes of material nature. So what are these? What are these modes of material nature? What is that? I cannot hear. Everybody knows. So let's see what everybody is saying. Yeah. What are the three modes? Passion, ignorance and goodness. Very good. So we'll start with one story because kids are there. So this story many times we heard, but little different version of this story. So there used to be a merchant, a cap merchant. Right? So he used to go to, he's from a village and he used to go to a city to sell his caps and come. So once he becomes very sick, so he is not able to go, so he sends his son. He has 3 sons, so he sends listen again. See, he sends his elder son. So elder son goes, and while going, actually that time, old time, they used to walk and go to the one place to other place. So from town to village, from village to city, he's walking and he becomes very tired. So at one particular place, a big tree is there. Under that tree, he sleeps. Right? Once he wakes up after some time, then he sees that somebody has opened his bag and all the caps are gone. Okay, Haribol, you have to listen. You will get a chance. Okay. So then he is not able to know what happened. So he sees here and there. He sees all monkeys are having cap. right? All the caps are with monkeys. Then he becomes very angry. He actually starts cursing. Then he becomes, then he becomes very frustrated. He starts crying and he goes back. Right? So he comes back and tells this story to his father. His father says, okay, forget it. He sends other son, second number. The second number also goes next day. Right? He also actually is tired. He sleeps under the same tree. Again, I am doing little fast forward. So under the same tree, he wakes up. He sees all the caps are gone again. Right? So who? Oh, you guys are listening then. Yeah. So then he sees that all the monkeys are having his cap. So he becomes again angry, and he takes, he sees around. He takes a stick and he tries to throw on this. Takes stones and tries to throw. Monkey actually couple of times they see, and then they also start picking up all the fruits and other things and start throwing towards him and hitting him. Then he becomes injured and he comes back home. He comes back home and tells this story to his father. Then father says, okay, now I have a last chance. I will send to my last son. The last son goes next day. Same thing happens with him. He goes, sleeps under the same tree. Same thing happens. He wakes up, sees all caps are gone. Right? He suddenly realizes, oh, all these monkeys are taking. Now he is not able to, think what to do next. So he calmly thinks about it. Then he prays to Lord. He is doing all, praise, give me, some intelligence. Then suddenly he realizes that whatever he is doing, right, all monkeys are doing. So he scratches his head. So all monkeys are also scratching. He is doing like praying. All monkeys are also doing. Then he suddenly realizes, and he uses one trick everybody knows, that he just picks his cap and he throws. Then all monkeys throw his cap, not only his cap, all his brothers' caps also, they throw. So he takes all these 3 times cap and goes to town, goes to city and sells everything and basically makes a very good profit. Right? So what we learn from this, what is the connection with this verse? Okay, issue? Forgot. What is the connection with this verse? We talked about 3 gunas. Goodness, very good. So why first one is ignorance? Okay, yeah. So basically he cursed and he thought there is no other way. Right? Okay. And what about second person? Why is passion? Because he thinks he will change the condition. He will do that. In his passion, he wants to change it. He tries to throw it and tries to get it, but he doesn't get it. Right, so in goodness, he is a calm, sober, and he is trying to use his intelligence to resolve the situation. Right? So we see all these 3 modes clearly. Right? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. So now the whole material world is full of these 3 modes. Right? Do you see that? Right? But we don't see any ropes around us. We don't see any binding, we don't see any wiring around us. So are we really bounded? Yeah. No. You have to raise hand. You cannot do like that. Okay? Yes? Okay, Krishu? No? Okay. So we are not bounded by the modes? Yeah. We are. But we don't see anything around. So what? Soul is bounded, not us. Soul is bounded. Soul is not bounded because soul cannot be bounded. Soul is captured in the body and the body is bounded. Right? Body is under this influence of modes. So what are these 3 modes? We know. So how we need to understand? I am not asking. How we need to understand this? So what Shastra says, it's like a cloth, right? I gave example. Cloth also, how the cloth is made. The cloth is made of all threads, different threads coming left and right, right? Up and down. Like if you see a spider, spider is creating a spider web. How it nicely makes the web, right? If you see the complete web is completely, if you see one window or any particular place, you'll see completely covered with the web, right? The whole material world is covered by three modes like this, right? There are many times what happens that we think we are not covered. There are people out there, they think that, oh, I am free, I am totally free, I can do anything what I want to do, I can say anything what I want to say. But in reality, everybody is bounded. Right? Here we know that we are bounded, that we are able to understand we are bounded. Right? We see each and everything is under the influence of these three modes. You take food, last time we discussed about this. If you take food also, different types of food is, some type of food is under ignorance, sometimes of food is under passion, sometimes is goodness. Right? For example, milk, we give example of goodness. Very spicy things is passion. The non-vegetarian and other things are ignorance and passion mix. And if you see animal, if you see the clothes what we wear, that also can be categorized in these different modes. You have a question? Because that impacts us to do passionate thing. That's the reason. Okay. So whole thing is like these three modes. Like just to get similar thing. For example, if there are three base colors and all the colors you see is one combination of these three base colors. We have only 9 digits. Whole mathematics is done on this 9 digits. There are some who study music, 7 saptaswara. Everything whatever you hear in music is in this 7 things. Similarly, in the modes, everything is in these 3 modes. Right? Everybody is clear? Right? So now we understand that we are bounded by this. So what is the next thing we should do? Right? In Sanskrit, there is another word like for guna. Guna, the meaning of guna is rope also. So if you are bounded by rope, so what do you need to do? So we need to get ourselves free from this. Right? The first thing is that, do we agree or no? First we need to understand, yes, we are bounded. If we think that we are not, and then we move around, then we will never try to unbound ourselves. Right? So Shastras, scriptures, Vedas has given different ways to unbound. There are actually Puranas which helps to get away from this binding. There are 18 Puranas and there are 6, like the division of these Puranas are 6 Puranas is for people in mode of goodness, 6 Puranas for people in mode of passion, 6 Puranas people in mode of ignorance. So what exactly that means? That the Vedas is inclusive of everybody. Right? It's not like only goodness, people with goodness will be able to unbind themselves, but not who are in ignorance or passion. Right? So just to understand more, I'll give an example. For example, if somebody is mode of ignorance and they are very much fond of eating non-veg, right? So from them also there are some vidhis given. So they have to do particular sacrifice, they have to follow particular rules, so that it is all given systematically, so that they follow the regulations. There are some rules. If they follow the rules, then eventually they will slowly upgrade themselves to different modes, higher modes. Right? In the mode of goodness, Padma Purana is a part of mode of goodness. In there, that how to worship, how to do deity worship is given. Because mode of goodness, people in mode of goodness can properly worship Lord. Right? Now, what is our aim? Yes, Prabhu? Maybe. Yeah, there are some translations. Correct. So we are going to the next level. So what we need to do? Right? So we know that we have to unbound, but is that our aim? Right? What is our aim then? We have to transcend, right, these modes of material nature. What is transcend means? Go above these modes of material nature. So how you can transcend? How we can transcend? Right, we are directly jumping, right? Because we know Prabhupada has given us direct ultimate knowledge, right? Haribol, you have to keep quiet, please. Yeah. So sorry, Mata, go ahead. So we know now that we have to transcend ourselves. Because why we have to transcend? First thing is, let's go little down first, right? Why we have to transcend? Because even if you are mode of goodness, that means the highest mode is mode of goodness. Even if you are in the mode of goodness, still you are bounded. Because you are still have clutches of Maya, right? So we need to leave that, we need to go above that. How we can go above that? Prabhupada is given in the purport. If you are bounded, the bound cannot help the bound. Right? So who is free? He has to. So who is free from this material nature? These three gunas? Krishna or his representatives. Right? Guru. Right? So if they come, they actually help you get unbounded. Right? So how we will get them to come? Yeah, how we will get them to come? Surrender. Correct. So what we need to do? Surrender. Right? So how we will surrender? Krishna, you have to sit here. You're disturbing. Can you come here on this side, please? Right? So whom to surrender we know. Why we have to surrender, that also we know. Now you have to listen. You have to go. Right? You have to listen. Fast. Quick. So Krishna himself says here, right? If you see translation of 14, can anybody stand up and go, please? Stand up and go, please. So can somebody read translation of 14? Because that is the answer Krishna is giving for this. No, translation. Because he's saying if we surrender to him, then we can easily cross. Right? He himself is telling surrender, then you. So what is the rule for surrender? What is, let's see what is surrender means first. Let's see what is surrender means. You can take mic, please. Here.
Avoid doing things that are unfavorable for our spiritual life, being in Krishna consciousness, and doing the things that are favorable for Krishna consciousness, for our spiritual life. And we have to not only believe, we have to totally trust that Krishna
Yes, that is good. Anybody else want to add anything? Yes, bro? So you should leave your ego, you said? False ego? Yes, you should leave your false ego and completely trust. Completely dependent on Krishna. That's correct. So Rupa Goswami has given a golden rule for this. So what is that golden rule? Okay, so accept things what Mataji mentioned, that, okay, little closer. Yeah, so Prabhuji has mentioned that always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna anytime. This is the golden rule for surrender. Right? So how we can do that? What is the first thing? Always remember Krishna. So how can we remember Krishna always? Right? First thing is we need to forget something so that we can remember Krishna. So what we need to forget? Ourself we need to forget. How we can forget ourselves? Because we are always thinking about ourselves, right? If we are thinking about ourselves, how can we think about Krishna? How can we remember Krishna? Keep Krishna in center. Yes, we did. Then what? Next. So each and every situation, what exactly keep Krishna in center means? Each and every situation we need to bring Krishna. How we will bring Krishna? First we need to understand whatever is happening in our life, whether good or bad, is happening because of arrangement of Krishna. Krishna is perfect. Lord is perfect. So He will not bring anything imperfect. Right? So whatever is happening in your life is not imperfect. We are seeing that it is imperfect. We are seeing, oh, I wanted to do this, but my partner is not helping. I wanted to do that, but my kids are giving me problem. I wanted to wake up in the morning and chant, but my kids are not allowing me to do that. I wanted to read, but my work is not allowing me to do. So there are many hurdles we have. Hurdles means the disturbances. Right? Many hurdles we have. But Krishna didn't got these hurdles so that He don't want us to come to Him. These hurdles are necessary for us at this point of our life. Everybody has different hurdles. Everybody has different opportunities to go forward. Right? Well, we need to understand those opportunities. Right? One way is to just say, oh no, this is not happening, the door is not opening, the door is closed. So there is no opportunity. But if you bring Krishna in center, what you will do? Tell me. How you will bring Krishna in center? Let me ask here.
Sometimes some hurdles are here that pray to Krishna, Krishna give me strength. Wake up early, so I can chant, like whatever the hurdle is there, you have sleep, find it so I can
Right? Yeah, very good. So I will go and take some example recently happened, or few of you are involved, so don't get I'm not going to quote anything, but don't get that try to understand what I am trying to tell. Say for example, one devotee tells other devotee, right, something related. Say one devotee is telling other devotee, and then the other devotee is getting offended because the telling is not something rash or rubbish. Telling is that, okay, you have some issues, you have some problems, so can you see these problems and try to rectify. The other person gets offended, and then he tries to basically complain or cry and try to resolve that way. Right? Now how you will bring Krishna here? How you can bring Krishna and try to understand that? How you can do that? Because what happens, it is told, oh no, Prabhu, you are very, very bad, you don't talk properly, you don't do this. Now that person, what that person needs to do? How you will bring Krishna in center. Very practical, I try to give. Positive way, okay. How? But what? How you will bring Krishna in center? Let's see from Krishna's perspective. You want to say that?
It's something to me.
Correct. So if you can elaborate that so that
something
everybody.
is, maybe there's a deficiency in me, and through the medium of other devotees, Krishna is trying to communicate something to me that I should improve myself.
Correct. So how you will bring Krishna? This is direct example that, okay, first think that is it, Krishna wants me to understand something. If we don't understand, pray to Krishna. Krishna, why this is happening in my life? Sometimes it is direct. In this case, it is direct. But sometimes it is indirect. Right? So in direct case, you pray and you ask Krishna why this is happening, and you get this answer. Oh, maybe there is something that Krishna wants me to learn and improve. Because this whole material world is for that purpose. The whole material world is to improve us. Right? There are only two reasons that material world is there. What are those reasons? One I already told, to improve ourselves. What is the other reason? Correct. To satisfy the desires. These are the only two reasons material world is there. So either you try to satisfy the desire, but you will be always unhappy. Because if you see, whole material world is made like that. Like, is there anything that you can satisfy for ever 100%? Let's take an example of eating. You like gulab jamun very much. You eat one gulab jamun, wow, very nice. You eat two gulab jamuns, very, very nice. 3, 4, and then what happens? What happens? You will have trouble. Right? So that means it's not endless. Do little more, you are in trouble. Everything like that, if you see in material world. Right? So the other aspect of material world is improve, learn ourselves. So how we will learn? The quicker way is to bring Krishna. The quicker way is to forget ourselves. Forget that this is told to me. Forget that, oh, I got, this is, how can they say to me? How can this person say to me? How can this Mataji can say to me? Some Matajis can think that way. So I am giving this example if somebody is trying to, improve on you. Not somebody coming and talking something rubbish to you. That is what I am saying. So if they have a point, right, telling that you have this problem, right, and you first try to see. If you cannot see, then you take the consultation. That you don't have to tell this person told me very harshly and cry and tell. Understand? So we have to go and tell that somebody told me that I do like this. I don't see. Am I doing that? So we will get and we can get improved on that. Do we know any other example, any other thing? I want to practice it because what is happening? We know the knowledge. We have, yes, we need to bring Krishna inside. Yeah, we've been to Krishna. We know that, but what is next? What is happening? We are walking. There is a stone. We are falling down. We are waking up and going. But next day, tomorrow also, we are walking the same road. We are falling down. We are, standing up, going. We are not trying to go next step, remove that stone and move forward. So how we can do that? By actually applying these things in our life. By actually replacing ourselves, right? Bringing Krishna. If we forget ourselves, then we can remember Krishna. Yes, Mataji, you have something? Later, okay. No worries. So, any other questions or comments? Not yet. So everybody is okay? How to apply this? Okay, so Yeah, anybody can suggest. So, king and right. Yeah, I think I said a couple of weeks back. I told last week only. I said okay. Yeah, I told this story. Yeah, whatever happens happens for good. So nothing. So we have two options. I think. Let me see. Test 15. The purport is like 4 pages. For my 4 pages. Yeah. Okay, very good question. Actually, that tells us that the nature of this material world. So we need to how we will bring Krishna. That understanding this material world is so dangerous place that any time anything can happen. So what do we need to do? Athato Brahma Jidnasa. Yeah, you were asking, Prabhu. What exactly that means? That this is the time I need to learn about Krishna, learn about Lord. Why this is the opportunity or this is the time? Why it is this is the time? Why it is? Anything can happen, right? But why now? Because this is the only life we can, because this is the only species that we can understand Lord. Right? If it is an animal or other species, we will not be able to understand Lord. We cannot able to read Srimad Bhagavatam. We cannot able to read other things. Yeah? Go ahead. Very good point. Okay. Right. Other point, second point, Prabhu has mentioned that we are not the controller. Right? For example, we think, especially out there, everybody thinks, yes, I am in full control. But once Sandy comes and you don't have light for days, you don't have a gas for days, and then you are how much control you have. Yes, madam. Right. Yeah.
They are forced to surrender because some people they cannot if they are living a good life, still they cannot avoid and they cannot control their behaviors and their old age.
Correct. Yeah. Very nice. So they will be forced to surrender. So another aspect Mataji is telling that. So that is what similar to what we saw. Even if they are in mode of goodness, there are so many people out there like big charity. I'm not saying charity is not good or charity is bad. I'm not saying that. But that cannot be the aim of your life, right? Because they will, even if they do that, they will not be able to control disease. They will not be able to control death. They will not be able to control other material, forces of material nature. Old age, yeah. In fact, Prabhupada said, there is one story related to this, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I think he is in Bombay temple, Juhu temple. Then somebody came to meet Prabhupada. So before that, I think one person, and no, Prabhupada saw that one person is paying nice obeisances. Two friends came, one person is paying nice obeisances in front of the Lord. Other person is just standing there and seeing. He is not ready to, pay obeisances and bend. Prabhupada said, now he is not bending, and afterwards he will surely bend, because death comes and Krishna will make sure that he will pay obeisances. Sorry, Prabhu. Because of what? Sorry. Laziness, yeah. Correct, yeah. It is actually not difficult. We make it difficult, right? So, because we get confused. The confusion is a part of our mind, our thinking, right? So, if we are not controller, what does that mean? That doesn't mean we don't have to do anything. Whatever we can do best, that level we should do it. But the results we shouldn't expect in that way. Sorry? Yeah, Arjuna is an example. So, what that means, that I will do what best I can do. Right? For us, it will be best example that, okay, I cannot wake up in the morning. If Krishna wants, he will wake me up and I will chant. Right? I will chant. Otherwise, oh yeah, I was sleeping because Krishna didn't wake me up. Right? So that all is possible. But what is expected from us? That yes, our duty is that. Right? Our duty is we have to serve Krishna. Why? Because that is the habit we will have. Once we have that habit continuously, then we will go in that mode. It will clean up our consciousness. Yes. So, Atato Brahma Jinyasa, your question is why it is important, right? Atato Brahma Jinyasa is, what is the meaning of Atato Brahma Jinyasa? The meaning is that now itself you need to know about Brahma. You need to know about. So why? Because this is the life, we have chance. We don't know whether we will get human birth again or no. Right? Now I will go little deeper. I understood your question. So I will go little deeper. So deeper is why I need to understand myself first. Right? Why I need to understand. So unless we understand that who I am, how we will know that what is my destination? We are travelers. Right? We are traveling. But if you say, okay, this is your bag, go and travel. Right? But if you don't know where to go, how you will go to that place? So first you need to understand, right, that you have to go. But then unless you know who you are, how you will go? First we need to understand who we are. Why this is happening to us? There are many souls out there, they are not thinking. They think that's it. This is the only life. I'll just enjoy. For enjoyment only I am here. But why it is happening to me? Why even if I am doing good, bad things are happening? Or there are people who are doing bad things, but still good things are happening to them. That jigyasa needs to come. Once we know who we are, then the next step comes. Okay, what is my ultimate aim? What should be my ultimate goal? Then the next step comes. And that is actually the starting point of our path to devotion, path to surrender, or path to liberation. Is that okay? Okay.
The womb thinks about who am I, who's my creator, what's our relationship, and what are the actions. That's more or less someone.
Maybe in the womb, thinking about this.
But
Okay.
when it lands,
Forgets about it.
it's in the womb.
Yeah, there are, see, let's take an example. Prabhupada gave this example. In the night, right, if you take a torch and try to find sun, will you able to find sun? In the night, you take a torch and you try to find sun, you will not. No, the reason I am telling why, right, this is there has to be lot of effort to reach that point, right, because the effort what we are doing will not give you the benefit. The effort what we are doing will attract the mercy. Only the mercy can give this revelation. You understand? Right? So, for example, in this particular case, right, we need to somehow make sure he does something which will bring the mercy. Even if you give him torch, tell him find the sun, he will not be able to find the sun. Torch is knowledge, I am saying. So don't worry about knowledge. Make sure that he somehow does something which will attract a mercy. Give him prasad. Make sure he does something which will, give him some connection, some piety, which will. He's in Seattle.
Maybe even hearing from Prabhu on phone, or if he answers this query, he's bringing Krishna, and even if he'll hear Krishna, that is also something.
That is a start, but I think he is not able to understand that, right? He is questioning. He is questioning why? Why should I hear?
So maybe Prabhu can answer.
Right. So yes, now you have a practical issue where he is far. So what you can do? Right. One thing is, yes, you can share your experiences. Just don't tell him, do this, do this. You just tell that this is what is happening with me. And I thought that might have been done already. So the next step is, yes, you need to basically connect him somehow. So you need to find out intelligent way to connect. One qualification he has. Yeah. So it is. Yeah. So it is. Yeah. It is little difficult then in that situation. Yeah. Very nice. No, this is different case. So we need what do you call expert treatment, Prabhu, for this disease. So we'll do that. We can take it offline.
But actually, people who are bitter atheists, right? Suddenly they become once there are so many instances where they become great things. We can never say that.
True. Yeah. So we should try our. That cannot be there. Disqualification, misqualification. Okay. So we'll wrap up here. Any other questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, so going back to we were discussing about surrendering and controller. So we say that we should try what is in our best capabilities, keeping Krishna's consciousness, and we should try, and knowing that yes, he is ultimate controller. But we also have heard that Krishna does not help until we completely surrender to him. Like we have even taken some examples also in some classes that like even Draupadi, she tried to first pray, requested her husband, then all other people in the court, and then she finally prays to Krishna, and that's when Krishna helped. Krishna waited until she completely surrendered. So how
not exactly completely surrendered. Krishna waited because she was not asking help to Krishna. She asked help, he helped her. First he thought she will do herself, so she was covering herself. Then she thought others will help her.
Right.
That also didn't happen. Then she went to Krishna.
So Prabhu, then going back to Prabhu's question also relating to that, so should we, like, what's the fine line? Like, how much should we try, or should we say, okay, Krishna, help me, I'm not able to do anything?
Yeah, but the question, there are two questions mixed here, right? One is how much we should try and when to ask Krishna, right? We should try to our best capacity, right? Ultimate, whatever we can do best. It's like our job, right? In the job, whatever you can do best, you try to do. Yeah, I'll go to the next, the next level. So next question is that, right? Give me example, then I can say you. For example, I'll tell you why I'm asking. Yeah, I want a nice car. Right?
Without asking Krishna first, substantive work. We are trying ourselves, right?
Correct.
At the best level.
Best level, yeah. And understanding that we are servant of Krishna. Understanding that we are servant of Krishna. Okay? And then the servant cannot do anything. What servant will do? Call out on master. That is what we need to do. Right? See, if we are best servant, what we will do? For our material things, we will not try to bother our master. Isn't it? Right? So that is what we should try first. We can. Yeah, we can. Yeah. But that is praying that, okay, you help me to understand, give me knowledge, what you want me to understand. Not, yeah, please come and solve my problem. Okay. I am just giving more, yes. Yeah, actually, good question. So, in short, it is association. Association of devotees, association of books, because books, Prabhupada says he himself is there in the books, his books. So, association with pure devotee through his book, through his Vani, hearing lectures. And we have amazing things, especially, ISKCON Desire Tree and other. Endless. You just continue. Or nowadays, please try to go to mayapur.tv. Every day there are functions because now it is Gaur Purnima festival. So all sannyasis are in Mayapur. So they have lectures every day. Right? So now with these few days you just go always mayapur.tv. Don't do anything. Then there is a Kirtan Mela starting. Amazing. 10-12 hours Kirtan continuously. An amazing Kirtan. Last year we saw. And it's free. You just log in and then that's it. You will just hear everything. I was hearing today, I was trying to hear today is in Mayapur TV on the right side, in the archive, Burijan Prabhu. So this book, Surrender Unto Me, right, which I refer. Burijan Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple, very senior disciple, very learned. Actually, he has connected all the verses because usually when we read, we don't understand the differences between verses. All the verses are telling same. Even Prabhupada's purport also we saying, oh, surrender, surrender. But what is the difference between this 1 and 2? So in this book you will see, Burijan Prabhu's book. So he has about series of lectures and that is in archived. Very nice about Gaur Lila. Yeah, so many things are there. So please try to take advantage. Association. Answer is association to motivate. It's like same thing in material world. See, everything is whatever is spiritual is a reflection in material world. Material world, if you want to pass some exam, what do you do? Right? If you are not motivated, what do? You try to connect somebody who is doing, preparing, connect the forums, connect, to contribute in their, email list. So, association there also, here also same. Yeah, his question was more motivation, but I think you are general, you are saying, right? Yes. Yeah, we should always thank, and as I said, this we should take, whatever is coming in our life, this is happening perfectly what is required in our life. If we have troubles, it is required because Krishna wants us to go to next level. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu? One minute, Prabhu, sorry. We'll pass on the chanting. We'll do one round after this question. Yeah, sorry, Prabhu. normal what? Okay. So what message he wanted to give? Thankful. Okay. That is what you are saying. Okay. So we'll do one round, right, and then we'll end and have prasadam. Sorry, we're late today. I was planning to finish as 9:25, then do chanting for 7 minutes and end. That's fine. This, so maybe one of you can lead them. Okay, so please repeat the Panchatattva mantra 3 times. Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.